Welcome back to J&J Dynasty. All right, got to make a stupid face just to get a good thumbnail or the start of a video, right? So, like, share, comment below. Hopefully, I'll start getting some comments so I can start responding to people. We'll go from there. I don't really know what to talk about here. It's been just a crazy effed up week in fantasy. So, let's see what we can talk about. How about some guys that I don't want any part of next year? Cordero Patterson. I would assume that Atlanta's going to wind up drafting at least a quarterback, wide receiver, and a running back. Well, they at least have to draft and sign them. My God, has Ryan been terrible this year, and so that's kind of that. I mean, Cordero Patterson, he's not a running back full time, so they definitely need somebody there. If Ridley comes back, maybe they can get by without going deep into that market, but they've got issues there. There's a pile of teams there's going to be a lot of change. What is Arizona going to do? They've got two running backs that are on the last year of their contract. They got Eno sitting there, the number 3. Are they going to get a free agent? They going to re-sign one of them long term? What are they going to do with the running back situation? Miami, another one, very fluid situation for them. So they got to find out what's going on. I mean, are the Jets going to be in the market even though they get Carter? I mean, Philadelphia, Gainwell, Sanders, who's the guy there? What's going to happen in San Francisco? Who's ultimately going to wind up being the running back there, or are they just going to constantly get hurt? So with the revolving door, go have 4 running backs that are worthwhile every year. I mean, try and handcuff that backfield. Mostert. You can't even name them all. Wilson, Mitchell. Are you going to do Hasty? Are you going to do? Oh God, why? No, I can't even think of the rookie's name. Oh my God. Yeah. What's Seattle going to do? Is Chris Carson going to be back? Or are they going to go get somebody? I mean, it's just crazy how fluid the running back situation is going to be in the NFL in the offseason. It's going to be a fun offseason. The Dynasty playoffs are right now this week, and everything is just crazy. I'm seeing super low scores across all my leagues. I'm in a battle. I need Henderson for the Rams to get, I think, 6.5, we'll just say 7 points more than Everett, the tight end from Seattle. And then I'll advance. But just crazy. I mean, I'd given up in that league because all my guys were on COVID. They pushed back the games. I started getting guys back. I still am going to put up a terrible score, but I thought I was going to get doubled, and I down to the last game of the week, and I've got a shot at advancing. I mean, I guess it's about a 50-50 shot, but hey, that's a lot better than I asked for, at the beginning of the week. So, craziness. What else can we talk about? This COVID thing. It would be nice right now if we would be able to keep the COVID aspect as far as taxi squads going for several years. And the expanded rosters in the NFL. I think that would give the player safety issue real credibility because teams could keep guys, develop guys, and guys wouldn't have to have so much movement. I mean, especially starting quarterbacks, when guys go out for concussions, they just need to expand the rosters if they're going to actually talk about real player safety. So you bump, especially if you're bumping up games. I mean, like I've said for a while here, go to a 20-game season, 2 preseason games. So like they did, swap the two preseason games out. That gets you up to 18, right? From the 16. You eliminate the week before the Super Bowl, the bye week, and then you start the season 1 week earlier. That gets you to 20. But the caveat is you expand the rosters. So you have 75-man rosters, and you pick your 53 from the 75 that are healthy, right? But this is the second thing. You get two different, like they have right now, practice squads. One would be 10 players that you get to keep and they can be anything, any number of years that you have them. The other one would be the rookie practice squad, and you could do 5 guys there, but nobody can touch those guys, right? So the rookie practice squad would be first and second year players are only eligible for that, and that way you can keep a quarterback, a developmental quarterback, if you picked them, and you can keep them on that for 2 years, and they could, learn the offense and the whole 9 yards. And that way, if for some reason you had to dig down really deep and get to a fourth quarterback, you could pull him up and you could start him. So, I mean, I think that would only make sense, but that gets you to 85, 90 players in your organization that you have to pull from. That gives you extra linebackers, that gives you extra safeties to have in your system to be working on a week-to-week basis. So if you have the issues with the COVID, right? Boom. Well, now hopefully you have 2 extra guys further down or a couple extra guys that can fill in for them, and you're not decimating your roster. Number one for that. But just for head injuries and stuff like that, if you're going to pre-player safety, do it. And the players association should be all on board for that by creating a bunch more jobs that they're giving more opportunity for everybody, right? So, I mean, it would only make sense. It would be great. Keep the playoff format the way it is, and don't expand the season any longer. You're expanding the season by 1 week. You're getting 20 games, 20-game regular season. That would be like huge. So, I mean, that's my 2 cents. It would be a simple solution. I think it would be better for players. You keep the 3 week. I love the 3 week injury reserve, and make that unlimited, right? So that guys can go on there if they get hurt. Fournette this week, perfect example. He can go on there and they can move guys up and down so that they can have a full roster. If you expand the rosters instead of 53 to the 75, I mean, that makes even more sense because you don't even have to necessarily put them on the IR if they're going to be out a couple of weeks. They're just designated as inactive. So, I mean, that's more about the player safety, and the players' job security than anything else. You're able to carry 5, 6 running backs, 7, 8 wide receivers, 6 defensive backs, 7 defensive backs. So these guys are in your system. So it just makes sense. I don't understand why they're trying to say that, you got to keep 40 guys and all this other stuff. Remnants of when guys used to play both ways, both sides of the ball. When, your quarterback was your punter and kicker, your center was also your long snapper, and your backup, your quarterback or your backup quarterback was your holder for the PATs or field goals. So it's not the same game. So I don't understand why they're trying to keep the rosters that small other than keeping the players' salary caps down or keeping the players' salaries, paying less money for player salaries. But if you expand the games, expand the rosters. It only makes sense. So, I guess that's good enough for a video. That's just my 2 cents with all of the NFL, COVID, fantasy playoffs, Dynasty, JJ Dynasty. Yeah. So at any rate, at some point I'll quit doing that. But hey, it's kind of fun right now. Like, click, share, comment below. We'll talk soon.